those in the corner. Perfect. Okay, that should be good. And let's see if I can get the rest of this done today. Still got like a little over halfway to go. Corposant. Oh, gotta check one thing first though. I think my laundry just finished. Okay, there we go. There's stuff in the dryer. Where was I last night? Oh yeah, okay. That's right before kind of everyone's in place. Maybe one last person to get in place, and then probably either they unleash Nirvana or they don't. Find out. Alrighty. Whose perspective is this? So soldiers wearing specialized masks are inspecting the site where a firefight is taking place. Kruger, that's who it is, okay. Kruger sits on a sofa, watching the soldiers patrol the area. He loosens his tie and lets out a long sigh. He shifts his gaze to the other side of the room, where the supreme leader of the Gerard group has been sitting. There's now only a corpse, blood still seeping from his chest. When the stray bullet struck Oleg, no one on either side spared a thought for whether he lived or died. In his final moments, he could only grip Kruger's hand tightly while his mouth hung open, desperately trying to form words in vain. In the end, he never even understood how he died. Who is this? Mr. Javier? That didn't tell me who it is still. I don't know who that is. An elderly man leaning on a cane limps into the conference room. Kruger immediately rises to greet him. Javier waves a hand at Kruger, signaling him to relax, then motions for his attendant to hand him a terminal. Kruger tries his best to put on a poker face, to keep his earlier emotions from showing. Fortunately, Javier does not seem to care much about his expression. The situation hasn't gone entirely out of hand. This place hardly warrants a personal visit from you. Don't be so tense, my friend. I'm not here to interfere with your work. Is he part of the Gerard group or is he part of Namfa? It's just that circumstances have changed a bit. An old friend misplaced something rather troublesome. So I was sent to clean up this mess. Misplaced something? Javier hands the terminal to Kruger. Kruger has barely read the beginning before his brow furrows. This will likely affect many people. Trust between East and West is already close to freezing again. At such a critical moment. That's why I call it a mess. But if we cut our losses in time, it shouldn't get too ugly. Oh my gosh, he talks so much slower than I do. I'm already trying to talk slow. Although I'm not qualified to question the Earl's decision. Based on the information I've obtained recently, those previous policies haven't really helped rein in the major conglomerates. Or is it that? Don't voice your conjectures. As long as we put a stop to everything today, everything will still proceed according to his plans. Smoothing things out for our leaders. That's our job, isn't it? Kruger nods and hands the terminal back. I heard that kid is here too. On your invitation, no less. He's gotta be talking about the commander. Kruger's expression darkens. Only after a moment does he respond. What we're doing isn't fair. I know, I know. But when has there ever been fairness in this world? Tell that commander not to get involved here. He barely escaped from the storm back then. There's no point in stepping back into it, only to be a sacrifice once more. We're talking about Frankfurt now? Your words should still carry some weights, shouldn't they? Perhaps it'd be more convincing coming from you. Sorry about that. Looks like I've upset you. But yes, this does put you in a difficult position. That's true. I'll handle it myself then. I'll talk to the commander. Leave it to me. Don't worry about it and just focus on your work. You saw the direct orders just now. So let's get started. Kruger nods helplessly and walks out with Javier. Before leaving, he hastily writes a handwritten note to Leva and whispers a few words into her ear. Just as he steps out the door, he casts one last glance at Oleg's body and mutters under his breath, "I hope you won't end up like this in the end." With that, he leaves the room without looking back. Back in the dressing room for Orphelion. The air in the brightly lit backstage area at Leva's International Convention and Exhibition Center is thick with tension and anticipation. Staff members hurry back and forth, commands crackling non-stop through their earpieces. Orphelion Gerard stands alone before a full-length mirror, gazing at the radiant figure reflected back at her. She is dressed in a tailored deep-blued evening gown. Her long golden hair is perfectly swept up, diamond earrings catching and refracting the cold light. She takes a deep breath, her fingers tightly intertwined. Calm down, Orphelion. It's just another speech. You've done this countless times before. Even if this one's more important, so what? It won't be any different. Her fingers lightly brush over the speech draft. The formulas resting quietly on the page, waiting to be unveiled to the world. No, I'm still so nervous. Don't mess this up. Absolutely don't mess this up. A staff member knocks gently and peeks inside the dressing room. "Mr. Gerard, you're on in 5 minutes." The host is delivering the opening remarks. Orphelion straightens instantly, the familiar pride of the Gerard heiress settling back onto her face. "Right, I got it. Tell them Orphelion Gerard is ready to take the world by storm anytime." The staff member bows and exits quickly. Orphelion turns back to the mirror, takes out a lipstick, and carefully reapplies it. The color hasn't faded, she's only doing it to steady her nerves. Unbidden, her thoughts drift to the person who has helped suppress her anxiety before the press conference 2 days earlier. That journalist, that imposter. I wonder if he's here. No. Definitely not. This isn't the kind of place just anyone can enter. As Orphelion's thoughts wander, the host's voice carries onto the backstage area through the speakers. "Distinguished guests, esteemed scientists, members of the media, welcome to the Gerard Group's Global Launch Summit for Project Eden. Tonight, we shall all bear witness to a historic breakthrough in science, a revolutionary technology that will fundamentally change how humanity acquires energy. Through plants." Wow, immediate firefight. A burst of gunfire and explosion erupts outside, abruptly cutting off the host's introduction. Guests exchange stunned looks as hushed murmurs rapidly escalate into panic chatter. "Everyone, please remain calm. This may simply be a calling." The gunfire grows closer. Several soldiers begin storming in through a side entrance of the hall. An officer strides on the stage and forcefully takes the microphone from the host. His voice booms through the speakers, drowning out the chaos. "By government order, due to security concerns, this event is hereby cancelled, effective immediately. All guests are to evacuate in an orderly manner. This is a military order and not open to debate." The venue plunges into chaos. Prominent figures stare at one another in shock. Reporters scramble to capture footage, flashes firing incessantly. Hearing everything through the speakers, Orphelion's eyes widen in disbelief. But what is going on? Who dares interrupt a Gerard family event without authorization? She springs to her feet, ready to rush out, but is intercepted by a staff member who's just entered. "Miss Gerard, the situation outside is complicated. We advise it remains backstage for now." "Don't be ridiculous. I am Orphelion Gerard. No one can stop my speech. Let me see their commanding officer." Just as she's about to force her way past the staff members, Igla suddenly pushes the door open, her expression unusually grave. Her suit is still immaculate, but the calm in her eyes replaced by a rare urgency. "Young mistress, forgive my abruptness, but we must leave immediately." Orphelion turns to her, fury blazing. "Igla, do you see this? Those impudent soldiers, they have the audacity to interrupt a Gerard family summit. This is unacceptable. I'm going to give them an earful." Igla steps swiftly to Orphelion's side, her voice low and firm. With respect, young mistress, now is not the time for confrontation. This is a targeted raid against Project Eden. Although our security forces are still resisting, the entire venue has already fallen under their control. We must ensure that Project Eden can continue, and more importantly, that you are safe. But what? A raid against Project Eden? Who would do this? Why? Could it be that imposter? Igla gently shakes her head, cutting off Ophelian's speculation. There will be time for explanations, young mistress. But right now, we must leave as soon as possible. The security forces cannot hold them back for long. I've already prepared a secret passage. Ophelian frowns, hesitation flashing through her eyes. A secret passage? Why don't I know her corporates have the secret passage? Igla extends her hand almost deferentially, yet her tone allows no refusal. As your assistant, it is my duty to anticipate all possible security contingencies. Please trust me, young mistress. Time is crucial. Ophelian meets Igla's unwavering gaze, then finally nods. Igla immediately leads her through a concealed service door into a narrow corridor. Igla, I urge you to tell me the truth. What exactly is going on? Why is the military involved? Do they want to stop Project Eden? Why? And where are we going? Igla does not slow her pace as she scans the path ahead. There is evidence that certain factions are hostile towards Project Eden. They mistakenly believe this technology poses risks, and are therefore attempting to prevent its release and implementation. Risks? What risks? My research has undergone countless verification and tests. This is an insult to science. Precisely, young mistress. Some people fear what they do not understand. Or perhaps they are simply afraid this will threaten their interests. But rest assured, I am prepared. Where we are heading to Dr. Chilvig's lab. It has a complete set of equipment capable of executing all remaining procedures of Project Eden. Ophelian suddenly stops and grips Igla's arms. In the dim light, her eyes gleam with suspicion and doubt. Chilvig's laboratory? Why does Chilvig's laboratory have all the equipment? Igla, are you hiding something from me? Igla looks straight in Ophelian's eyes, a flicker of complex emotion crossing her face. Young mistress, please believe me. I would never do anything that goes against your interests. Some arrangements were made in preparation for the worst-case scenario. Dr. Chilvig's laboratory is our contingency plan, established specially in case Project Eden faced external interference. Ophelian bites her lip. Igla, tell me, was that imposter telling the truth? There are many things about my own research that even I don't know, aren't there? Igla shakes her head gently, her voice soft yet resolute. Young mistress, your research is pure and noble. Your talent is genuine and beyond dispute. I admit that outside of your work, there are some trivial matters I do not report to you. But everything I've done has been to create the best possible conditions for you, so that your brilliance can shine to its fullest. Now, I must ask you to trust me, just as you always have. After a brief silence, Ophelian takes a deep breath and straightens her back. Very well, Igla. But when all of this is over, I want to know the entire truth. All of it. That's in order. Igla bows deeply. As you command, young mistress. Meanwhile, in a temporary command center somewhere outside the city, the lights burn brightly. Reporting, the summit venue is fully under control. Gerard's security forces resisted fiercely. The firefight lasted nearly 20 minutes. Medical teams are in place to ensure the wounded receive proper treatment. Well done. What about the target? Have you located Ophelian Gerard? The officer looks somewhat embarrassed. Sir, the target is not at the designated location. The backstage area had been searched. There's no sign of her or her assistant. Javier lets out a soft sigh, showing no surprise. The Gerard family always has a few unexpected tricks up their sleeve. Continue the search, but exercise restraint. There's no need to rush. Methodically neutralize the remaining security forces. After all, she is a lady of special status. We don't want unnecessary losses occurring. Yes, sir. I understand what needs to be done. Which to harvest the purest of dewdrops and mix it in the most sinister of concoctions. Back to the commander, I believe. I sit in the car, reading the surveillance report Diane has sent over. The military has already sealed off the Gerard Group building. Armed PSA units are stationed everywhere around it. The main roads are blocked as well. Groza keeps turning into side streets, trying to get the car as close to the building as possible. But soon even Groza runs out of the road and has no choice but to park in a narrow alleyway. Commander, the roads ahead are all sealed. Kaelin sure works fast. The lockdown's already completely in place. Alva, looks like we can't reach Gerard's headquarters by car. Do you have a backup? We may not need to research the headquarters itself. There's extensive underground facilities branching out beneath Gerard building. Chilvig's laboratory is down there as well. So as long as we get close to the building, that's enough. Even so, we can't exactly blast our way underground. We just obtained the route map of Gerard's headquarters from an informant. We can enter through one of the peripheral facilities. Alva sends the coordinates to Rosa. It's not far from her current position. The entrance to this building connects to the laboratory, but it's likely heavily guarded inside. Boy Messina's equipment is almost here. Should we wait until we're fully prepared before moving out? Relying on just 2 teams of dolls is pretty risky. Send me the route map. I need to think through the plan. Understood. Alva transfers the data to my terminal. As I study the map, I start deploying the rest of the dolls. I switch to another screen to review Diane's surveillance feed and open a channel to her. Diane, is Orphelion still inside the Gerard Group building? Yes, Commander. Miss Orphelion should still be inside Gerard's headquarters. The last time we saw her, she was in the mid-level lounge area of the building. But she was quickly taken away by that 3rd-gen doll. We couldn't continue tracking her from outside. Even if Diane can't track them, their destination isn't hard to guess. Igla and Chilveg have made extensive preparations. At this point, they won't give up easily. The military's intervention will likely force them to accelerate the launch of Project Eden. We're running out of time. We and 404 will enter the underground facilities of Gerard Group. The entrance coordinates are at this location. You stay on the perimeter and monitor the surroundings. Be ready to extract us any time, and coordinate Gerard Group 3 to prepare for evacuation. Coordinate Group 3, yep. You're the final reserve. If we encounter an emergency underground, we'll need immediate support. Understood. We'll prepare at once. I end the call. Groza leans in closer. How about Gerard 3 joining as well? How about Group 3 joining as well? We don't know what's waiting for us below. We need to prepare for the worst. If time allowed, I'd want even more manpower. Even if they activate Project Eden, collecting the particles will still take time. True, but I don't dare gamble on it. I rub the bridge of my nose, wrestling with whether to wait until all forces are assembled before acting. While I'm thinking, a communication request pops on my terminal. It's Kalina. Kaelin? Commander, as per your request, evacuation and lockdown procedures in Lviv have begun. I'm guessing you've just obtained intelligence related to Helena? Yes, unfortunately. I know Helena's location now. I'm gonna get her back. There's no need for you to worry about that. I advise you to follow PSA's instructions and evacuate to a safe location. As for Helena, Mr. Kruger has already dispatched a team to handle it. You've made contact with Mr. Kruger? Yes, the crisis has been resolved. The reason Mr. Kruger was unreachable earlier was because he was taken hostage during negotiations with the CEO Gerard Group. Our people safely extracted Kruger, but CEO Xillig unfortunately died from a stray bullet. Before his death, however, he yielded all materials related to Project Eden. So, you already know the full scope of Project Eden? Yeah. We now understand the overall engineering details of Project Eden. Collects collapsed particles. The Gerard Group was likely planning to use the particle contamination as leverage to threaten Lviv safety, so the evacuation order was issued smoothly. She has no idea about the real details. As I think this, I switched the communicator to my other hand so I could study the map more easily. The evacuation order was executed really quickly. That's some real gunplay from Mr. Kruger. No, it had nothing to do with Mr. Kruger. The lockdown evacuation orders were issued directly to the Chief of Lviv by Mr. Javier. Javier? My hand jerks in shock. The terminal slips from my grasp and falls beneath the seat. I fumble to retrieve it. He's there too? He arrived with military forces and has taken control of the Gerard Group's facilities and the summit venue. Mr. Kruger has also handed over equipment at the summit site containing the complete plan to Mr. Javier. Everything is under control. Mr. Kruger... He left a note advising you to leave the city immediately. No, this isn't right. Javier, the military, conglomerates, Paradius, Project Eden. And even though everything is under control, Mr. Kruger tells me to leave immediately. And most importantly, Kaylin just said they know the full scope of Project Eden. Yet what she described completely misses the real issue. These seemingly unrelated coincidences are all designed. A powerful sense of deja vu surges through me. In an instant, the logic clicks into place. I'm all too familiar with this. Nothing's changed. There's simply more sacrifices and scapegoats now, along with the same nauseating calculations behind the scenes. Javier is trying to open Nirvana. Commander, can you hear me? Lviv is very dangerous right now. The Namfa forces will take control of the situation. This isn't something you can intervene in. Please evacuate immediately and the rest to us. Sorry, Kaylin. I'm breaking my promise again. Delete all records of our communications. From this point on, none of my actions have anything to do with you. Do not mention anything we've discussed, otherwise you'll be in danger. Great danger. Wait, Commander, what's wrong? What are you gonna do? Goodbye, Kaylin. I cut the transmission immediately. If my deduction's correct, every extra detail Kaylina knows puts her in more danger. Kaylina would never lie to me, especially not about something this important. She truly knows nothing. But Javier, his movements are far too swift. The military was prepared. He clearly anticipated all of this. That man knows everything. And knowing everything, he still allowed the situation to unfold and reach this point. This so-called Project Eden might very well be... Alva, we can't wait any longer. We have to move now. We'll take Helena back before anyone else does. Anyone else? Including the URNC? That's right. Are you wary of the Earl? When it comes to Project Eden, the Gerard Group is nothing more than a disposable glove. Whether this is his deliberate design or something is simply allowed to happen, the result is the same. Even after 10 years, he hasn't abandoned his ambitions. Unforgivable. We move out immediately. So his ambition is Nirvana, and she's so tall. Oh my gosh. Train of thought broken. She's huge. Okay. Absolutely enormous by comparison. She's like, what? What's wrong? slowly looking up. Holy crap, you're huge. She looks even bigger than before. I bet she's scarier than 10 clue guys. Is something the matter? It's nothing. It's really been a while. Plus, when you put her in the game, she has her actual mech suit, so she's just like super ginormous. I wonder if I can make it in one turn with Diane. That'd be close. Everyone get out. Inside the laboratory, countless pipes wind between the walls like serpents, and instruments flashing with cold amid a low mechanical hum. So this is the botanical laboratory used for Project Eden. Chilvig is checking data before the control console while humming an off-key tune. Several suspicious dark stains mark her white lab coat. At her side, also at the very center of the lab, stands a massive transparent chamber. Inside the chamber, Helena opens her eyes, realizing she's imprisoned in a strange place. She bangs on the transparent wall in panic. Oh my, look who's awake! Our princess finally opens her beautiful eyes. What perfect timing! The symphony of fate is just reaching its crescendo. Any headaches? Muscle soreness? Or jumbled memory? Helena's eyes widen with terror the moment she sees Chilvig. She shrinks back into the corner of the chamber, trying to get as far away from the woman as possible. No experimentations. No experiments. Chilvig chuckles and walks closer to the chamber. Her slender fingers slowly trace along the glass in an almost affectionate motion. But her gaze carries a morbid possessiveness. Don't worry, my darling. No unpleasant injections, awful blood draws, or cursed bitter pills today. Because today is special. It's your coming-of-age ceremony, Orphelian's glorious rite, the turning point of Leva's destiny. And you, my carefully cultivated little flower, are the heroine of this epic drama. The key to the gate of truth. A key, wow. What a poetic moment for her. Isn't it? Helena hugs her knees tightly, barely reacting to Chilvig's mania. She mutters faintly, Commander. Chilvig narrows her eyes, the corners of her lips curling upward. Commander. Ah, yes. The Commander. How could I forget about Odysseus, our Gassar, our Siegfried and Rustam? Our historic stage must have a great hero, along with a dreadful dragon, a foolish king, and an evil witch. Chilvig presses a finger to her lips, then looks down at the trembling Helena. What a pity. For now, I've only prepared a frail and pitiful little princess. She notices the fear in Helena's eyes, and a hint of cruel satisfaction seeps into her smile. Oh, don't look at me like that, my dear. I know. You still don't understand your own worth. Art always takes time to be appreciated. Great ideals are always ahead of their era. Suddenly she lifts her head, as if interrupted by a thought. Her gaze drifts into the distance. She turns and walks back to the console, the hem of her lab coat floating like a ghost. Her fingers dance across the glowing buttons and touchscreens. Every great work of art must understand the meaning of its creation. That is true awakening. True ascendance. The laboratory lights shift with their commands, change from blue to violet, then to an eerie red. The sound of an energy flowing through the pipes grows urgent, like the heartbeat of some massive machine. Chilvik suddenly turns towards Helena, her expression frenzied and almost intoxicated. Do you know how long I've waited and prepared for this day? This play that I'm personally directing, this perfect fusion of science and art? Helena squeezes her eyes shut as she continues to tremble silently. Back when I was still a Persica student, I was already drafting the script for this magnificent spectacle. Every scene, every twist, every surprise, all under my control. Poor Ophelium. That naive little princess. She truly believes her experience in Frankfurt was some sacred revelation, a gift from destiny. Helena's eyes flicker with confusion at the unfamiliar name. It was nothing more than an accidental leak of the truth. A minor system malfunction. But it did give me inspiration. After all, the greatest discoveries are often born from chaos, aren't they now? Sometimes science simply needs a little accident. Just as my dear old friend, the great Professor Einstein once said, the truth is often more dreadful than we are even ever willing to accept. Oh no, that was Lovecraft. Oh no, that was horror stories. Or perhaps it's my own quote? Chilvik spins lightly back into the chamber, her fingers brushing the glass. You know, Helena, I designed every molecule of you. Every gene sequence, every tiny biological circuit is code is wrote myself. You are such a perfect medium, such an exquisite creation. She presses her forehead against the glass and stares directly at Helena. Her pupils are unnaturally dilated under the red light. I still remember the first time I saw you. You were just a cluster of cells and cultural fluid, a tiny possibility. And now look at you, a miracle flower about to bloom. A golden key ready to turn the lock of fate. She lightly taps the glass as if patting a child on the cheek. Weird woman. What are you gonna do to me? Oh, I thought I made myself plenty clear. What a pity. Though you have the exact same eye as my teacher, you didn't inherit her great wisdom at all. Teacher? Chilvik's expression softened suddenly. Your genetic progenitor, my teacher. She taught me everything about collapse particles. And now, using her DNA, I created you. Accomplishing a feat she could have never imagined. Helena stares in confusion. Chilvik seems to a sudden realization. She blinks, then bursts into laughter. Oh, sorry. I slipped up. I mixed up my identities all over again. Am I Persica's talent student, the assistant of a renowned scientist, or perhaps Gerard's collaborator? She spreads her hands theatrically, her eyes gleaming with mischief. One's identity is like a lab coat, dear. You can change it whenever you like, as long as it helps you reach your final goal. But today, I am simply Chilvik, witness to the truth. And you are the key. Helena retreats until her back hits the chamber wall. There's nowhere left to go. I don't want to. Why? Chilvik returns to the console, fingers leaping across the keyboard. Complex genetic maps and energy waveforms fill the screen. Why you? That's an excellent scientific question. Her voice carries genuine enthusiasm, as if she were explaining an interesting experiment with a student. Although you are not yet fully a realized immune individual, your biological makeup is already sufficient to lead the way to the future. Your genetic program editor was so perfect that even degraded into your current form, she remains a work of art. Your genetic progenitor that you were cloned off of, okay. Countless data and experiments show that as long as her genes are present, an immune individual can establish a stable connection with Nirvana. She presses several more buttons. Displays across the walls illuminate, showing Helena's complete genetic map and the simulations of strange energy. See these beautiful helices? Every base pair carefully designed, every codon serving a specific purpose. You are not my most unique or outstanding creation, but you are certainly the most legendary. Who else could experience such marvelous adventures? Oh, 43. A shadow flickers in her eyes. Oh, just don't ask me what happened to the previous 42. Those poor children. Some didn't even survive the petri dish. Tears fill Helena's eyes. Her voice trembles. You killed them? Chilvig blinks. Don't accuse me like that. I didn't kill them. At least, not with my own hands. At that moment, the laboratory alarm suddenly blares. Chilvig frowns and strides to the surveillance monitor. On screen, a squad of dolls have broken through the outer defenses and are advancing toward the lab's core area. Dolls? Commander. Chilvig expressions from surprise to peculiar delight. A fervor burns bright in her eyes. Ah, our hero's punctual. The timing is impeccable. She hurries back to the console, fingers dancing. A play needs an audience, science needs witnesses, and the stage needs a hero. But where's the fun if the hero arrives too early? She slams a red button. Helena pounds the glass in terror. Let me out. Sorry, dear. The show's about to begin, and the heroine cannot be absent. She turns and sits down in her chair, thoughtful. But are you truly the heroine? I don't enjoy cheap dramas where the protagonist dies in the first episode. Blue-green culture fluids begin to fill the chamber. Helena cries out as she beats desperately at the glass. Save me. The liquid engulfs her, and her cries are drowned out. Her consciousness fades. Just before losing awareness completely, her mind seems to struggle forward, piercing through the laboratory walls, calling into the distance. Chilvig spins her chair to face Helena floating in the fluid, presses 2 fingers to her lips and blows a kiss. Slumber in peace, my little key. When you awaken, you will become a god. Turning to the surveillance monitor, she watches with admiration as the commander breaks through the defenses of the lab. An eager smile spreads across her face. As for you, my dear Ilya Muromets, I can hardly wait to speak with you face to face. Let me see what's so special about you that makes you so unforgettable to the most important person in my life. My father. What is it, Commander? Nothing. Somehow, it feels like I just heard Helena's voice. The corridor outside the laboratory has already become a battlefield. These guys are so damn annoying. Just move aside already. Meggie, keep firing. Don't lose your temper. We don't have much time, Commander. At least we can confirm this is the place. I'm running a search. The database contains the research facility's floor plan. This design should have other access routes, but they aren't marked here. There's no time. We go head in. Going in, head on. I raise my weapon. Attack! Commander joins the fight.
嫌犯以悉数逮捕。
Combat, go.
为您的轻率举动付出代以正义的名义，
依照相关条例，你被捕了。
这次违约，立地成兵。女神，
锁定目标，正在清除危险。
这不过是理应出现的结果。很遗憾，您没有再次尝试的机会了。
为什么总部的下面有这么大的空间？我从来没有听说过。
这是奥列克老爷批准建立的实验室，之前一直都是奇洛威格女士在使用。
为什么他会在集团总部的下面有实验室？而且我还不知道。
这当然是为了让乐园计划能顺利实施啦。你看，要不是总裁大人的先见之明，我们伟大的计划岂不是要被那些凡夫俗子给阻挠了？
为什么会有士兵来破坏会场？爸爸也一直联系不上，到底发生了什么？朕，你一定知道发生了什么，对吧？一直都是这样，嘴上说着为我好，但是什么都不告诉我。之前你做的事真的是为我好吗？如果真的是为了我，为什么现在会是这个样子呢？
哎呀，大小姐，你这就误会甄大人了呢。甄大人可一直是为了您鞠躬尽瘁，死而后已呀。要不是甄大人的提前部署，恐怕您的乐园计划永无见光之日呢。
什么意思？
毕竟这么伟大且能改变人类的计划，怎么能让一个小小的公司掌握在手里呢？罗莲一定是看到这个计划的巨大价值，才那么猴急的要抢走占为己有啊。但是没有关系，这个世界是有正义存在的。只要我们能展示出乐园计划对世界的巨大改变，全世界都会知道吉拉尔集团和大小姐你的伟大付出。到时，舆论会迫使罗莲的高层将那些黑心的官员绳之以法，吉拉尔也一定可以回到当初的辉煌。那是当然，不信你问甄大人。
这是
吧？所以，我的大小姐，我们赶紧准备启动计划吧。
明白了，控制台在哪里？
我的傀儡人形会带您过去。我和甄大人再聊两句。甄大人，虽然有一些小小的变数，但我们的计划终于快完成了。
罗莲行动的果决和迅速，出乎我的预料。不论计划的结果如何，吉拉尔集团恐怕无法继续存在了。
你看看，这就是投降的下场。那个老头子自以为跪下就能让罗莲放过来，结果呢？人家要连股东一起吞下去呢，活该死的无人在意。你可得好好从中吸取教训哦。
老爷也好，我也好，至少要让大小姐。我已经为你提供了最大程度的协助。不论如何，你要确保大小姐的安全。
啊？你现在这个样子，还能谈条件吗？
吉拉尔的安保部队仍受我的指挥。倘若他们放弃抵抗，罗莲的部队会在5分钟内控制这里。
哎呀，我不是这个意思，我是说，就算你不谈条件，以我们的关系，我都会保护好大小姐啦。我承诺，我承诺。
恰当的选择。吉拉尔已经彻底毁灭了，但只要大小姐还在，那总有一天，一切都会回来。大小姐，
好了好了，别再感慨了，我们赶紧去启动计划吧。马上主演们都齐刷刷上场了，你可千万不能错过。
什么意思？
不躲开吗？就以正义的名义，
依照相关条例，你被捕了。
聆听这千军万马之誓吧，争横违约，立地成佛。你是？
锁定目标，正在清除危险。
不躲开吗？就算会，
已经下到很深的地方了，这里完全收不到地上的信号。
这个深度通常还不至于到无信号的地步，多半是实验室内专有信号屏蔽装置，也是防御工事的一部分。
防卫的敌人竟然这么少，我还以为那个实验室会被重兵把守。
希拉尔的大部分安保主力多半在和哈维尔带来的军方部队拉扯，这个重口期是个很重要的机会。和之前看到的培育液不太一样。闪电，取一些样本。这里在试验着什么我们不知道的东西。
指挥官，就在前面。海伦娜的自动防卫系统的信号离我们不远了，不过信号的反馈和以前不太一样。海伦娜可能不在里面。
那我们必须要抓紧时间了。
继续前进。海伦娜就在里面，我能感觉到。不管奇洛维格想干什么，我们都必须阻止他。走。
作战完成，区域已清理，没有遗漏任何细节。指挥官。
I need to check something. And restart this. I don't know why my thing turned to mute. Let me out. Defenses of floor plan. This doesn't. Huh, I don't know why. I ended up mute right around DA17. Yeah, whatever. We'll read it over. This is recording for myself anyways, so. The elevator door slides open slowly. Ophelia steps out, her heart still racing. The chaos moments ago has already left her shaken. But what greets her beyond the elevator only deepens her unease. Redo the volume. Even as the heiress of the Gerard Group, she's never seen this place before. Even as the heiress of the Gerard Group, she's never seen this place before. She draws in sharp breaths, trying to calm herself through the steady inflation. But her heart pounds erratically, and an icy chill climbs from her feet to the crown of her head, leaving her unable to think. Why is there such a massive space beneath the headquarters? I've never even heard of this. This laboratory is approved by Mr. Oleg. It's been under Lady Chilvig's use all this time. Why would she have a lab beneath the Gerard's headquarters? And I didn't even know about it. It's obviously to ensure the smooth implementation of Project Eden. If it weren't for the CEO's foresight, our great plan would have been obstructed by those unenlightened fools. Chilvig flits into Ophelian's view with a cheerful grin, patting her shoulders as if offering comfort. Staring at the woman she once regarded as a confidant, Ophelian feels only strangeness. The intimacy she once believed they shared now seems like a hallucination. But why are there soldiers sabotaging the venue? And I can't reach my father at all. What's happening? An inescapable despair keeps ringing in her head. Everything she thought she possessed has been destroyed. Her eyes start brimming with tears. Igla bends slightly, intending to wipe them away, but Ophelia angrily pushes her aside. Igla, you know what's going on, don't you? It's always like this. You say it's for my own good, but you never tell me anything. Were the things you did before really for me? If they were why has it turned out like this? Ah, my. You misunderstood, Lady Igla. Young mistress. Lady Igla has always been devoted herself entirely to you. She'd be willing to give her life if necessary. If not for her prior arrangements, your Project Eden might never have seen the light of day. What do you mean? How could such a magnificent plan, one that can change humanity itself, possibly remain in the hands of a mere company? The URNC must have recognized its immense value, which is why they're so eager to seize it for themselves. But it doesn't matter. Justice still exists in this world. As long as we demonstrate the tremendous change the Project Eden will bring, the entire world will recognize the great contributions of the Gerard Group, and you, young mistress. Public opinion will force the upper ranks of the URNC to punish those corrupt officials, and Gerard will surely reclaim his former glory. Really? Of course. If you don't believe me, ask Igla. Ophelia turns to Igla with hopeful eyes. Igla lowers her gaze, then nods. This is the Gerard Group's final chance, young mistress. See? So, my dear young mistress, shall we prepare to initiate the plan? Ophelia's eyes waver. Doubt still grips her. She does not fully believe their words. But what choice does she have now? At last, she lowers her head and speaks to Chilveg as if resigning herself to her fate. I understand. Where's the control terminal? My marionette dolls will take you there. Lady Igla and I have a few more things to discuss. Ophelia follows the marionette dolls out. Before leaving, she casts a reluctant glance at Igla. Igla offers her a reassuring smile. Only then does Ophelia close the door and depart. But the moment Ophelia vanishes from Igla's sight, her expression darkens. Chilveg appears with a faint sly laugh. Despite a few minor unforeseen hiccups, our plan is finally near completion. The URNC decisiveness and speed exceeds my expectations. Regardless of how the plan turns out, this will likely be the Gerard Group's demise. You see, that's the consequence of surrender. The old man thought kneeling would convince the URNC to spare him. And what happened here? They intend to swallow even the bones. Serves him right to die unnoticed. You do well to learn from this. Whether it's the Mr. Gerard or me, our fate doesn't matter. At the very least, the young mistress must. I've already assisted you to the best of my ability. No matter what happens, you must ensure the young mistress' safety. Are you really in the position to negotiate right now? Gerard's security forces remain under my command. If they cease resistance, the URNC troops will take control of this place within 5 minutes. Oh yeah, that's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. Even if you didn't negotiate, given our relationship, I would protect the young mistress all the same. I promise. Cross my heart. Have died many times. A wise choice. Gerard is utterly ruined. But as long as the young mistress remains, everything can be rebuilt one day. Young mistress. Alright. Stop waxing sentimental. Let's go initiate the plan. The main cast is about to make their grand entrance. You wouldn't want to miss it. What do you mean? Chilveg does not answer. She simply pushes Igla towards the control center area. Face the terminal and see our heroes.
不躲开吗？
So,
就算以正义的名义，依照相关条例，你被捕了。
actually,
这和违约立地成弊。
I already did this combat. I don't even really do it again. But it's okay.
立地成。你是
Something in my right eye.
锁定目标，
It
正
kind
在
of
进入危
itches.
险。
为您的轻率举动付出代价。下到
We've gone quite deep.
这里完全
There's
收
no
不到
surface
信
signal at
号
all down here.
这个
At this depth, we should still have some
通常
reception.
还不至于到无信号的地步，多半是
This
实验室
laboratory is
内
most likely
专用
equipped with
信号
signal
屏蔽
jammers.
装置
Could be part of its defensive system.
防卫的
The numbers of defenders are surprisingly small. I thought the lab would be heavily guarded.
会被重兵把守。
Most of the Gerard's main security forces are probably tied up with military units Javier brought. This window of opportunity is crucial.
重要的机会。
With the coordinates confirmed from the start, we blast through successive walls and quickly reach the laboratory's outer perimeter. The explosions destroy some equipment along this side of the wall. Unidentified liquids and indistinct organic matter scattered everywhere. I crouch down and dip my finger at a puddle of semi-translucent slime on the floor. It still holds faint warmth, glowing pale blue under the cold lights.
和之前看到
This isn't quite like the culture fluid we saw before. Groza, collect a sample. Groza seals the liquid in a container. I rise and scan the surroundings, then frown.
这里
They're experimenting with something we don't yet understand.
的东西。
指挥官，
Commander, just ahead. I nod, my gaze settling on a half-open airtight door not far away. Beyond it, more complex instruments are faintly visible.
海伦娜
The signal of Helena's automated defense system
离我们
is
不远
close by. But she pauses, worry flickering in her eyes.
信号
The feedback isn't the same as
和以前
before.
不太一样。
Helena might not be inside. Groza chambers around, rare tension in her voice.
那我们必
Then
须
we
要
need to
抓紧
move quickly. I draw on a steady breath. Keep
继续
going.
前进。海
Helena's
在
inside.
我能
I
感
can
觉到
feel it.
不管其
Whatever Chilveg intends to do, we must
必须
stop
阻
her.
止他。走，
Let's move. Move out, Dollbots.
顺利完成任务，先锋悉数
Autobots.
待命。
We pass through the final security door, and the sight before us makes our breath stop short. This is no ordinary basement, but a mind-boggling enormous void, as if the entire underground of Lviv has been hollowed out. The space rises into darkness, vast as an underground city, its walls covered in countless intricate devices. The light is dim, save for the vine-like structure spread throughout the chamber emitting a faint blue glow. I can hardly tell whether they are organic or mechanical. Some are as thick as giant pythons, others as fine as hair. They function as conduits, transporting some luminous substance towards the center, where a massive translucent sphere floats in midair. And at the heart of the sphere, Helena is suspended in culture fluid, drifting silently. My breath catches. Helena.
伦娜，
I rush forward almost instinctively, stepping onto the edge of the immense space. Wait, Commander! The warning comes too late. The moment I step in, the entire chamber lights up. Countless spotlights shine down from the ceiling, blinding white light like midday, forcing everyone to shield their eyes. The ground beneath my feet suddenly rises, lifting all of us into the air and forming a stage-like platform. At the same time, the vines covering the walls withdraw to either side like theater curtains, revealing something horrific. Embedded in the walls are thousands upon thousands of amber-covered, transparent cells, each holding an entity somewhere between human and non-human. Some have limbs fused with plant tissues, some sprout bony protrusions from their skulls, some bear organs in their chests that are decidedly not human. Every face is twisted into an expression of extreme agony, frozen forever in that moment. Are these elites? Or humans? Alpha's expression hardens with anger, but she remains composed and swiftly analyzes the environment. They all still show vital signs, but they're no longer entirely human. They look similar to the data you transmitted earlier from Paradia's stronghold, Commander. No. This feels different. They look more like some kind of stored fuel? Suddenly applause echoes through the cavern from insane people. Splendid deduction, as expected of the legendary commander. All of us look towards the source. A strange woman stands up on a floating platform above, bathed in blue light. Dressed in a pristine white lab coat, she clasps with exaggerated enthusiasm and an almost intoxicated smile on her face. I know at once she must be Chilvig. Welcome, welcome to my opera house, my laboratory, my temple of creation. She spreads her arm like a prima donna taking a curtain call. What perfect timing. The main cast are all gathered in one place. The audience seated, the actors ready, the orchestra striking the overture. Her gaze settles on me, her eyes gleaming with manic light. The valiant knight has finally crossed the foremost of thorns and reached the castle. She turns towards the central sphere, her voice softening into a gentle and eerie murmur. And the beautiful princess, the key to the gate of truth, is in position as well. I draw my pistol and aim at Chilvig. You release Helena at once. I pull the trigger without hesitation. The bullet whistles towards Chilvig, only to be intercepted by the last instant by a vine that lashes out. Another vine erupts from the ground and coils around my wrist, knocking the weapon from my hand. Chilvig lets out an unpleasant laugh. Ah, how rude. The performance has only just begun. Please don't add improvised scenes and make things more difficult to the director. Okay? Her expression suddenly turns solemn and her gaze sharpens. Dear Commander, the ending of the story has long been decided. You are merely here to witness its fulfillment, even if you are the protagonist. At best, you are but a pebble in the tide of the age. Commander, don't waste your bullets. It's useless even if you kill her. She's just a vessel. A puppet. I suspect her consciousness is stored in some device. Likely through neural scanning technology. That's why she can be revived repeatedly. Chilvig turns her head slightly, a chilling smile spreading across her face. You truly are clever, Miss Snowwolf. A pity you guessed only half of it. She strokes her cheek lightly, her gaze turning distant. When death becomes so easily overcome, life becomes so dull. But she suddenly raises her head, her eyes blazing with mad fervor. When you stand before the gate of truth, when you gaze infinite possibility, the sensation, oh, that sensation. Suddenly a hatch high above the laboratory slowly opens. A beam of intense light shines down. Chilvig's smile widens, anticipation glittering in her eyes. Ah, our heroine is about to take the stage. I look sharply upwards, my anger shifting to surprise. A vertical platform descends from the hatch. Upon it stand Orphelion and Igla. Orphelion is wearing the elegant evening gown prepared for the summit, looking strangely out of place under the cold blue glow. Igla stands at her side, vigilant and composed, her hand resting on her sword hilt. The platform descends slowly. Chilvig spreads her arms, her voice brimming with zeal. Orphelion Gerard, founder of Proto-Eden, our guiding light. Standing behind the princess, her mirror and shadow. The true heroine of this grand performance. Ophelia's gaze meets mine, and she instinctively grips Igla's hand in her bewilderment. Her eyes are full of confusion. She clearly does not understand why she finds me here in this laboratory. She begins to survey the chamber. Her confusion shifts to surprise and curiosity. This place is as unfamiliar to her as it is to us. But when she sees what fills the amber cells, her expression freezes. What? Her voice cuts off. Her face turns pale. She takes a step back. Igla moves a half step forward, shielding her protectively. The platform finally settles onto the ground. Ophelia forces herself to look again, more carefully this time. Her shock gradually gives way to dawning realization and fear. Chilvig, what are these? Her gaze fixes on Helena inside the sphere. Her pupils contract sharply. Chilvig leaps down from above and lands not far in front of Orphelion, and she beams. Orphelion, my beloved genius. Welcome to the heart of Project Eden. She turns gracefully, spreading her arms as though presenting a masterpiece. This is the future you glimpsed 10 years ago amidst the ruins of Frankfurt. A brand new world. A world where human merges with a higher dimension in existence. She turns back, madness gleaming in her eyes. For years, I have worked according to your vision, realizing your theories, perfecting your designs. And now, we finally reach the moment of the harvest. Ophelia slowly shakes her head. She cannot tear her eye away from the amber cells. But this isn't my vision at all. I saw an energy revolution, a sustainable future. These people. Chilvig smiles gently, dangerously. Her voice is almost hypnotic. Dear Ophelia, you are one of the most knowledgeable people I have ever met. But sometimes, possessing knowledge does not mean possessing wisdom. Her fingers tap lightly in the air, as if arranging invisible threads. Frankfurt did inspire you, but you saw only a fragment of the puzzle. You saw energy, but not the source. Creation, but not the cost. The future, but not the path that leads to it. Her voice grows fervent. But none of that is your fault. You are the artist, and I, the artisan. You draw the blueprint, I bring it to life. Look at this perfect symmetry. Look at this exquisite energy network. Every sacrifice, every volunteer exists for a greater purpose. I turn sharply to Orphelion, my voice urgent and resolute. Orphelion, don't listen to her. This isn't new technology. It's an evil scheme. She intends to use an immune individual to unlock the space of Nirvana. Frankfurt wasn't a revelation. It was a catastrophe, and she wants to recreate that catastrophic calamity. Chilvig turns to me, her eyes flashing dangerously. Silence, Knight. You have no lines in this play. She waves her hand and a vine lashes up from the ground towards my throat. Voimistina strikes it like lightning, severing it with her blade. Chilvig only snickers softly and turns back to Orphelion. Her tone was more gentle and coaxing. Orphelion, my dearest collaborator. I know the sight may be shocking, but this is the greatness of science. Breaking conventions, challenging boundaries, exploring the unknown. She steps closer, fervor shining in her eyes. Think of all the sacrifices you've made. 10 years of research, countless sleepless nights, innumerable failures, setbacks, all for this moment. Your name will be etched into history as the genius who changed humanity. She points to a console nearby, where a conspicuous red button waits. All you need to do is press the button. Your theory will be validated at last. The entire energy revolution you dreamed of will become reality. Your father's Gerard group will rise again. You'll wash away your family's disgrace. Igla's body tenses slightly, her gaze shifts between Chilvig and Orphelion, her hand never leaving the hilt of her rapier. Orphelion falls silent, her eyes growing distant as though recalling something. She slowly approaches the center sphere, drawing closer to the imprisoned Helena. Frankfurt, the explosion that day, that white space. Her voice grows softer as she mutters to herself. Chilvig leans forward, her hands clenched, eyes fervent. Yes, that white space, the very edge of nirvana. You are among the few blessed by the divine, a genius chosen by it. Orphelion, we're about to reopen that gate. Not by accident, but deliberately, controllably. All you must do is step forward and press the button. And you will see the truth. Once more. You truly believe that minor purification of energy engineering could revive the Gerard group? Don't be foolish, Orphelion. Truth. Only the truth can make them bow. Only the truth can grant you authority. She's lying to you. I have reviewed all materials in Chilvig's laboratory concerning Project Eden. The facts are nothing like what she claims. Miss Orphelion, don't believe her. She's deceived you all. Enough, Miss Silva. This is a personal matter between us. Igla turns to face us, her expression unreadable. Project Eden must be completed, young mistress. But everything here... This was never part of my plan. I never imagined Project Eden would involve so many sacrifices. It is your plan. Every concept, every design, all stem from your knowledge and proposals. Chilvig merely interpreted it differently. My knowledge proposals? Orphelion closes her eyes, retracing all the effort she poured into Project Eden. Yes, it all came from the future I glimpsed in Frankfurt. You're right. I must find a way to return there, to obtain more of what can change the world. Orphelion steps forward. Her gaze moves between Chilvig, Igla, and me. Her expression is tormented. She looks at the red button, her fingers tremble as they reach towards it, then withdraw. I see her hesitation. I know I must make one final attempt. Orphelion, I know you want to change the world, to prove your worth, to restore the Gerard name. But none like this. Look at Helena. She's an innocent life. The being in these cells, twisted into eyelids, were all once living people. You are a scientist. You understand the principles of Project Eden. When the experience begins, the glass particles will indeed be absorbed. But they won't be converted into energy. They'll be released in an instant into Lviv, the most densely populated area. Everyone will die from radiation. If you press that button, you will become accomplice to the greatest massacre in history. My voice trembles with emotion as I struggle to make her understand. Orphelion, you want to be remembered, but not as a butcher. True science benefits humanity. It does not destroy life. No one wants this to happen. But my wish is about to come true. If I can access Nirvana, I can relive Frankfurt again. You keep saying you want to relive the return to Frankfurt, but do you truly know what happened there that day? I do. When the missile struck Frankfurt, I nearly died. But because of that, I was able to approach the truth. The truth guided me. It showed me what the world's future should be. I have worked tirelessly according to what I saw, so I realized that vision, so that everyone could live better lives. I was terrified, desperate. If not for this nirvana, as you call it, I would never have survived. Suddenly, as if seizing a lifeline, her expression brightens. That's right. I'm alive today because I saw that future. Even if the particles contaminate the city, once the future is revealed, everything can still be changed. That's some pretty madness, speaking. Orphelion places her hand on the button once more. Orphelion, listen to me. The day you became a survivor, I was also in Frankfurt. Many were there with me, but most of them did not share your fortune. Countless people, my friends, died. You alone survived. At this point, I must tell you the truth. The future you claim to have seen, I saw too, and believe me, it does not bring salvation. It twists your perception. It manipulates you against your will, until you are left with lifelong regret. If you do not stop now, even more people are dragged into this tragedy. Believe me, this is not the Project Eden you envisioned. The paradise you seek is one that redeems those struggling and suffering, not one that sacrifices them to satisfy a hollow desire. The paradise you want is not here. Orphelius' hand freezes midair. She lifts it, lowers it, and shakes her head in anguish. How can that be? This is the Project Eden that I devoted everything to. Orphelion, please trust me. Trust you. But this has been my faith all along. If even this fails, what meaning does my existence even have? And does becoming an accomplice to a cult give your existence meaning? I don't know. Orphelion withdraws her hand again. Seeing her trembling in tears, Chilvik's patience finally snaps. A twisted, contemptuous expression overtakes her face. I knew it. A weak and sheltered young lady raised in comfort could never muster the courage to take the step that changes the world. Two blessed ones stand here, yet not one dares to walk into the new world. Fortunately, during your hesitation, I had enough time to back up your biometric data. But, what? That's right. You may have said Project Eden to activate only with your biometric authentications. But the moment you arrived here, the project was already an 80% complete. This place contains a full set of backup facilities needed to initiate Project Eden. With your biometric data, its activation is guaranteed. It would be more complete if a Blessed One pressed the button herself. But, oh well, no matter. So, you deliberately brought me here? Hikla! Forgive me, young mistress. This is merely to prevent unforeseen accidents. Project Eden must proceed. Because you no longer have a place within the Gerard Group. What do you mean, no place? I am sorry, young mistress. I had not intended to tell you. Just now, Mr. Oleg sold you out to the URNC in exchange for his own safety. He divulged everything. Your plan, your project. Father did? He really? Yes. If Project Eden does not succeed, you will die. But if it launches and the world witnesses its greatness, you will become the most outstanding scientist alive. You will no longer be dependent on the Gerard Group. As an independent scientist, you will earn global acclaim. Even if the Gerard Group falls, once you prove Project Eden's success, you can attain immunity within URNC. Ikla looks at Orphelion. This is the first time she's defied her. But Ikla's expression has never been firmer. That's right. I will sacrifice everything for you to live on. Even the entirety of Lviv. But Ikla no longer looks at Orphelion. Instead, she turns towards Chilveg. Chilveg, begin. Stop her. No one can stop this experiment. Chilveg suddenly presses another button at her side. The entire laboratory begins to tremble. The amber cells around us start to crack. The half-human beings within liquefy instantly into viscous, glowing flesh and surge through the conduits towards the central sphere. Helena convulses in agony within the sphere. Her eyes snap open, filled with terror and pain. The energy field surrounding the sphere fluctuates violently as it flashes with ominous light. Chilveg's voice rings out over the thunderous roar of machinery, brimming with mad triumph. The gateway to Nirvana is about to open. The light of truth will shine upon the world, and you shall witness the dawn of a new era. Helena! Kolfni cries her name and tries to rush forward, but the ground splits open. Twisted eyelids crawl out, blocking her path. They take many forms. Some still retain human features. Others are fully mutated into plant-like monstrosities. All emit an ominous glow. Klukai grows up. Becky, stop that mass from converging at the core. Alva, find a way to disrupt the sphere's energy fields. Foy Messina, with me, clear out the eyelids. Leave it to me. Roger. The eyelids roar and surge forward. Battle erupts in an instant. Chilvig stands beside the console, laughing wildly. Her arms raised high as if conducting a dreadful symphony. Too late, too late. No one can halt the wheel of fate. Struggle as you wish. You're merely adding a touch of drama to this grand performance.
继续，开火！
Commander, you're too close to these vines. Be careful. Don't worry about me. Just find a way to save Helena. If she gets dragged to Nirvana, everything we've done will be for nothing. Alright, got it. You're level 30. Replace you. Get in there. Meow. That's so trolly. Turn 0.
不躲开我，就算会受伤，以正义的名位，依照相关条例，你被捕了。争衡违约，立地成兵。争衡违约，立地成兵。
逃得掉吗？尽快结束。
顺利完成任务，嫌犯以悉数逮捕。
Got a ways to go. Door ajar. When the door cracks open, you'll see the truth of the world. The truth being, mad scientists will sacrifice the city? Yes. Adults filled with expectation, children screaming soundlessly, and nutrients dissolving into blood. It all happens too fast. So fast that although I want to stop it, I can only stand there and watch as everything unfolds. The liquid in the pipes running in every direction begins to surge, racing to funnel the amber nutrients into the floral pod that encases Helena. In mere seconds, the pod swallows from a human-sized translucent sphere to a colossal bud filling half the laboratory. The sepals slowly unfurl, luminous veins lighting up. Oh shit. That was creepy. That's what that open thing is, and that is creepy. No, we're dissolving her. She's turning into strands of flowers. Now we got fractals going. Oh, that's the me of the past. Where the hell is? That is freaking creepy. Still a soldier. That's an intense video. Holy gosh. My body sways. For a moment I nearly collapsed from the vertigo in my mind. A wave of acid rises in my stomach, nausea overwhelming me. I force myself to breathe, to steady myself. My consciousness was somehow displaced. That instant, I'm certain it was only an instant, felt like an eternity. I clearly remember what I saw, or so I thought. But when I try to recall it, pain lances through my temple, and nothing comes to mind. God, that's creepy. No, I do remember. At the end of that grotesque illusion was a familiar sight. It was her. Is that why I was able to break free? The laboratory ceiling is pierced through by the plant, revealing a blood-red sky. Through the shattered dome, I see that the once clean and orderly streets outside have already been overtaken by wildly rampaging, rapidly growing vegetation. Countless vines burst from the earth, their branches extending at terrifying speed, greedily claiming every inch of land they can reach. The new shoots sprout up from these branches, and at the tips bloom countless buds that fold into blue flowers. Collapsed epitheliums? No. Though strikingly similar, it was not the same, but something else, deceptively alike. Commander. Groza steadies my shoulder. Only then do I realize that my body's been trembling non-stop since moments ago. My hand grips the gun so tightly that the pattern on its handle has been engraved into my palm. Find a way to stop those vines from spreading. The dolls respond to my order immediately and open fire at the roots of the vines snaking outward. But bullets are no match for the plant's growth. For every vine severed, more surge forth, spilling outward in all directions. Climb to the platform up there. Commander. The vine slithers behind me from before I even notice. Voimosina dives, tackling me aside, then raises her weapon and blasts it apart in one swift motion. Commander, if this continues, all of Leaf will be affected. I need to find a way to shut down the facility's power. Could you send Group 2 to assist me? Sure. 404, go give Alva a hand. But Commander, you... Stop the experiment first, otherwise we all die. Understood. Alva withdraws with 404. The dolls cover our retreat upwards, providing heavy suppressive fire as we climb, allowing us to reach the upper level safely. Above us stands Igla, with the bewildered Ophelion at her side. The grotesque image of Nirvana is reflected in Ophelian's eyes, the only color upon her pale face. This isn't what I saw in Frankfurt. Of course not. Because the Frankfurt incident itself was a mistake. No. That's not it. The future I saw was a world without radiation, without eyelids, without suffering or scars. A world where everything was healed. Why? Why is this completely different from back then? I worked for 10 whole years for this. How could it just be a mistake? Ophelion, it's time you face the truth. You've been thoroughly used by Chilveg. No. I don't believe it. I can still... Right. Chilvig, look at what you've done. Transfer the lab's authority to me. I'm a genius. I can fix this just like 10 years ago. With my intelligence, I can restore the world to what it was. Nobody answers. I look at Chilvig, only to find her gazing in rapture at the hellish tableau before her. That exaggerated, nauseating smile once again on her face. Look at that. What a magnificent, sublime sight. The space of nirvana, encompassing all matter, all thought, all knowledge, all dimensions. What is the essence of time? Where does life originate? How is consciousness born? Where does the edge of the universe lie? When I step in nirvana, the answers to all these mysteries will unfold before me. I wonder how the scientists of future generations will describe me. The great, erudite, rigorous, influential, groundbreaking, rational, devoted, revolutionary, contemplative, analytical, visionary, critical, diligent, composed, peerlessly professional scientist, Dr. Chilvig? How does that all sound? And I just realized, I don't need to speculate how history will judge me. Whether in 50 years, 100 years, 200, I can simply wait and hear those praises for myself. After all, I've already cast off the shackles of time. I am free. I can hardly wait for that day. I wonder if ending Nirvana will give me a glimpse of that future in advance. Chilvig, hurry, it's almost too late. I have to restore everything before this tragedy grows worse. Hearing her name, Chilvig shades her eyes theatrically and looks around. Did someone just call me? Chilvig, this isn't the space of Nirvana that I saw. Transfer authority to me. I'm gonna undo this mistake. Sweetie little Orphelia. What was that you just said? Undo a mistake? But where exactly is the mistake? Reaching Nirvana shouldn't demand so many sacrifices. And what I saw in there wasn't like this at all. Little Orphelia, don't you understand yet? Everything in this world demands a price. Far greater than you can imagine. Chilvig leaps down from the platform, approaching Ophelia step by step. She stops directly before her. What you saw in Nirvana doesn't matter. What you gained was never truly yours. It was an unrealizable fantasy. You are talentless. Merely a lucky recipient of its blessings. The one meant to behold truth is a genius like me. But I always thought you were just being ruthless and unscrupulous for my sake, for the future we wanted. You knew the vision could never be realized, and yet you still wanted to sacrifice all of Lviv? You're insane. No, not only insane. You tried to make me your accomplice? Well, you were the lucky one who chose my Nirvana, weren't you? A pity you chose a fool like you 10 years ago. I had to spend years helping you break through your research bottlenecks. If it had chosen me, Lviv would have turned into ash 5 years ago. Still, I must thank you, you talentless idiot. You followed my line of thinking perfectly in your experiments. Had it been some other moderately gifted scientist, my plan might not have gone so smoothly. Have you heard that saying? Knowledge is like a knife. In a doctor's hand it heals, in a butcher's hand it kills.
就只能用于杀戮。而像
And a fool like you, who wields truth without any reverence for science,
手握真理的傻瓜，
is perfect to serve as the butcher who slices the world open.
这不
Isn't that convenient? After all, this REC will surely need you. Your physiological data and everything inside your brain.
不过
If you live that long, that is.
活到那个时候，
You filthy liar! Before any of us can react, Igla seizes Chilvik by the collar and slams her to the ground. Her body lands in a grotesquely twisted posture, bones snapping crisply. Igla is no longer the picture of grace she once was. With her cold, mechanical hands, she clamps down on Chilvik's throat and rains punch after punch upon that detestable face. Though Chilvik's features contort in agony, her lips twist into a grotesque, lopsided grin. You know it's pointless, so why bother with the pretense?
是要装模作样。
After all, it's not like you give a damn about other people's lives. You're far more concerned about your precious young mistress discovering all of the... Shut up! With a sharp crack, the connection between Chilvik's head and body seemed to give way. But Igla doesn't stop. She continues hammering the corpse till its face becomes an unrecognizable mess. Besides them, Ophelia's mouth hangs open. She seems about to scream, but no sound comes out. Dirty things. That's a full round just instantly. You've been doing this. You've been doing for me. Dirty things you've been doing for me. Behind her back. A newly regenerated Chilvik steps from the hatch, barely finishing a few words before collapsing into blood once more. Then a second, a third, a fourth. Igla drops her emptied pistol and draws another, firing towards the platform again and again. Enough! Enough! You liars. Liars. Everyone is lying to me. Father, Chilvik, Igla, you're all liars.
大小姐，
Young mistress, please listen. I did all of this for me, right? I'm sick of hearing that excuse. All of this for your own good. It's just to make me obedient, to turn into the face of the drawer group. A tool to realize your ambitions. A puppet to be manipulated. Do you really think I'm totally oblivious? I'm perfectly aware that I have no extraordinary talent. I used to thief through math class. How could I suddenly become a scientific prodigy overnight? When I asked Father what happened, he only rejoiced and had the media package me as a genius girl to polish the group's reputation. When I confided in Igla, she told me not to waste time on trivial matters, to focus on research, and she would handle everything else. And when I met you, Chilvik, I thought I finally found someone who understood me. I told you about my bottlenecks, even about wanting to give up. You told me I was the smartest genius you ever met, that I was the hope to change the world. It was you, all of you. Every time I doubted myself, you encouraged me not to give up, hardened my resolve to continue. You took my hand, placed that knife into it, and coaxed me into stage you prepared. But did any of you ask what I truly wanted? What I wanted was just an ordinary life. Family and friends by my side. To be treated sincerely. I never wanted to be some kind of genius. Didn't want to be a genius. But you seemed quite happy basking in that halo, didn't you? It's too late to say that now. Enough with the spoiled princess tantrum. Now pull yourself together and watch how a true genius is born. Yet another Chilvik steps from the batch, as if there's no end to how many times she can do this. Igla lowers her gun in despair. Seeing her surrender, Chilvik shrugs and turns to leave. Then, as suddenly remembers something, she pauses mid-step. Oh, right. You helped me quite a bit, so I should thank you. But you hurt me just now, so there has to be some payback. We're short one Bujum as a median for consciousness resonance. You'll be the stand-in. Once you've served your purpose, feel free to die. Who, Orphelion or Igla? The moment she became a sacrifice, she could not complete her mission. The faithful sacrifice. Once you've served your purpose, feel free to die. It is Igla. The instant Chilvig reaches out her hand, Igla's body suddenly begins to convulse violently. She drops to her knees in agony, barely managing to prop herself up with one hand. On her back, something seems to tear through her usually immaculate clothes. Two blood-soaked skeletal frames pierce through the third-gen doll's synthetic skin and extend outwards. I can almost hear the frenzied sound of bones growing. A third-gen doll can do something like that? The traces of Bojum's cell fusion we found at Section 4? Could this be... That is... hideous looking. There's no time to think it through. Igla's body rapidly swells, elongates, and contorts, transforming into the massive monstrosity before me. She stretches the bloody and bony wings on her back, lets out a shrill anguish rage. Oh my gosh, she looks like the daughter of Hell in Diablo. I can't think of her name right now. When she first gets like the bloody cape and comes down, that's what she looks like. The mutated Igla seems to be consciously struggling to control her movements, but under the grip of the transformation, all effort is futile. Her enormous body beats its wings and launches indiscriminate attacks in every direction. Caught off guard, the dolls and I are swept off our feet by the gale from her wings. Groza and Kolfni drag me back, but the first to be caught in the shockwaves are Orphelion, who stands frozen, staring blankly at everything unfolding. Foimastina charges towards Igla, just before her massive wing scythes down over Orphelion's head. She seizes the tip of its bony spur with her brute strength, beating with all her power. She can only barely hold it in place. The blade-like wing descends inch by inch. Foimastina's body sinks lower and lower, her frame beginning to emit the ominous creak of imminent structural failure. Seizing the opportunity, I rush Orphelion to safety under Groza and Kolfin's covering fire. With a metallic clang, the gleaming bone spur slams down like a guillotine onto the spot where Orphelion stood moments ago, nearly piercing straight through the platform. What? Why did you save me? You should have just let me die. Even if you die here, it won't solve anything. Stay alive first. We'll figure out the rest afterwards. But you saw it too. I can't do anything. If it weren't for me... I know you're blaming yourself, but you didn't press the button in the end. What's happening now can't be entirely laid at your feet. But the collapsed particles have been collected long ago. That Naito had already devised everything according to her own plan. I don't know why she was so determined to make you press the button, but you are not the executioner. If you don't want to cause even more trouble, stay close to me. Alva, what's your situation? Can you hack into the internal system here? We're connected. 404 is working on cracking it. How long? 5 minutes. Understood. Foimastina, draw her fire head on. Understood. Groza with me. We'll harass her from her flanks. Kolfni, keep Orphelion safe and provide support. Commencing operation. I'm counting on all of you. Let's see what she looks like in game. Nope, not her. Okay. It's more just Elids. The Shellcracker. The Shellcracker and her friendly ticks. Look like giant ticks. Boom! Man, that's OP. OP for clearing auto battles. One more. Alva, are you done yet? We can't hold much longer. Almost. We've broken through the first layer of encryption. Just a bit longer. Wait, Alva, this data seems to be connected to something strange. What? What? What do you... Let me see. Wait, these data streams are... No wonder she issued the highest level alert. Commander, you need... Ah! Combat. Alva. Alva. Klukai. Respond. I lose contact with Alva and all members who went to support her. I tried desperately to re-establish the connection, but only static echoes in my headset. Groza, is the signal problem? If it were, internal comms wouldn't work either. And Alva mentioned data streams? I'm guessing that they've been hit by a massive surge of data of unknown origin. On the front line, Voimastina bears the full brunt of the assault alone. Igla's body may be enormous, but her movements are far more agile than expected. Even with Voimastina's reflexes and movements pushed to her limits, they cannot fully withstand the wide range attacks. If we can't decisively defeat Igla here, escalating to high-yield attacks will only enrage her further. We only have 3 combat units on hand. There's no advantage to be gained. But we absolutely cannot afford to drag this out any longer. I have no idea what happened on Alva's end. I need to find out as soon as possible. How long can you hold? I only have 2 manics left. But I still have this frame. Groza, Kulti, stay in support Voimastina. I'm gonna check on Alva. Wait, I'm coming with you. Even if it was all lies, Chilvik still told me many things. There must be something I can help with. We don't know what's happening in there. There could be enemies left. It's dangerous. I've been in contact with Nirvana before. Maybe I'll know how to stop this. At least, let me try. Let the fact that you saved me mean something. Fine. I'll take you. Rosa, try to get Monsoon here for support. No need. I can hold out until you return. Voimastina cuts in suddenly. Though the battle is a deadlock, her tone remains as calm as ever, carrying unquestionable confidence. Even in the face of such dire circumstances, I find myself trusting her completely. I cannot imagine Voimastina falling. Alright. Groza, have Monsoon prepare for evacuation, but stay ready to reinforce at any moment. Understood. Aphelion, stay close to me. We'll find a way to stop Chilvik, together. Cool ass mask. I use the same mask on my character I made in I installed the game recently. It's like New Genesis or something. Phantasy Star 2 New Genesis. That was a depressing set of things for her. Fighting the virus over and over. Prophet number 3. Just as the Blessed One has received chance to peer into the inner workings of fate, so must she shoulder the corresponding sin of doing so. It's fucked, she... I failed my math exam again today. It's alright, young mistress. The questions have been too difficult. Please don't take it to heart. I know that. But what am I supposed to do? So I'll tell Father when I see him on the weekend. Oh, right, Miss Foch. Will Father come to see me? Mr. Oleg said he has to attend a banquet this weekend. So we likely won't be able to visit you, young mistress. Even though I do hope Father come, I think it'd be better if he waits until my history results come out next time. That's literally like weeks until your next test. That way he might be a little happier. Instead of always looking angry when he sees me. Alright, alright.
大家
Young mistress, it's time for
快点
bed.
准备睡觉吧。
We need to hurry. Suddenly, a deafening alarm tears through the entire city. An emergency broadcast follows. Attention all residents. This is an air raid siren. The rebel leader has formally declared war. Enemy aircraft are approaching Frankfurt airspace. All citizens must proceed immediately to the nearest air raid shelter or underground refuge. Repeat. An air raid siren? Isn't this just like those fire drills at school? They're so annoying, they go on for hours. The broadcast continues. The housekeeper has no time to explain to Ophelion. She hastily grabs a coat and drapes it over Ophelian's shoulders, then helps her into her shoes. Young mistress, we have to leave. Leave? But it's late. Where are we going? I'm supposed to meet my classmates for crepes tomorrow morning. The new shop on the street corner. You know the one, Miss Frank. Doesn't matter where we go, as long as we leave Frankfurt. Young mistress, pack what you need. Keep it light. I'll bring the car around. 5 minutes later, Ophelia is sitting in the back seat, her arms at a somewhat worn rabbit plush. Miss Fox, can I come back later to get my things? I didn't have time to pack my favorite models and dolls. Father gave them to me for my birthday last year. They're apparently all limited edition. There's no time for that. Fasten your seatbelt, young mistress. I need to get you out of the city as quickly as possible.
需要以最快的速度把您送出城。
The housekeeper presses down on the accelerator. The roads out of the village district are desolate. But once they reach the main road, traffic quickly grinds to a standstill. Horns blare all around. What's going on up there? Move already! Damn it, why does it have to break down now? If you block the road, we're all gonna die. Please let me in. Please! Miss Fox, shouldn't we get that person a ride? There's space in the car. No, at times like this, there will be people who take advantage of the chaos to rob others.
我都要优先保障您的安全。
Your safety comes first, no matter what.
您快点
Sit
坐好。
tight, I'm going to... Ooh, that's rough. The last thing Ophelia sees is a vast bloom of fire swallowing the earth. Then all sound and color vanish completely from her world. A boundless white. Not light, not sky, not snow, not a sea of clouds. It is nothingness. The girl walks forward. She searches for an exit, but there's no direction here. No space, no sense of weight. Where am I? Miss Foch? Hello? Is anyone there? Ophelia begins to run. Though she feels no fatigue, an inexplicable fear wells up in her heart. So... I'm already dead? Father? I don't want to die. I haven't even tried those delicious crepes yet. She reaches out, trying to grasp something. Perhaps a god hears her plea, or perhaps some extreme existence decides to bestow mercy. When Ophelia opens her hands, she finds a seed resting in her palm. The seed takes roots and sprouts, extending vines and leaves. Along those stretching tendrils, she sees a city. Green pulses throb through a jungle of steel. Neon lights intertwine with tree branches, like colored stars scattered across emerald fields. The haze before her, whether lamplight or moonlight, reflects off buildings that seem to be wreathed with photosynthesis, transparent conduits carrying flowing liquid, delivering nourishment to the city. Then the world unfolds before her. Want to play together? Who are you? I don't have a name yet. But you can think of me as a human who lives here. I've stayed here for far too long. locked in this space. So, I want a playmate. Will you stay and play with me? Stay? But what even is this place? How do I explain this? It's probably something like heaven? What? I don't want to stay in heaven. Miss Fox said heaven is where dead people go. The girl is at a soft giggle. Ophelia doesn't understand what's so funny, but she straightens her back, unwilling to be looked down upon. And Father's still waiting for me to come home. I don't want to keep him waiting too long. Don't worry about that. Time doesn't seem to flow here. When we've played enough, I'll send you home. Alright? Then, can you take me to eat crepes? 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 You don't know what crepes are? They're desserts topped with ice cream. The girl shakes her head in confusion. You've been granted the chance to enter here. The chance to touch truth? And all you want is crepes? Ophelia tilts her head, thinking for a moment. Then, can you make me pass my math exam? That way, when I see Father next time, I won't make him angry again. That's so innocent. That's so painfully innocent, oh my god. Alright. If that's important to you, I promise I'll do it. Math is kind of a fundamental rule, isn't it? When you go back, you'll never have to worry about math grades again. The girl smiles meaningfully, as if amused. If you master mathematics, perhaps one day you can return here. And then we'll play together again. Oh, the consciousness that exists is very lonely. After some unknown length of time, unfamiliar voices sound near her ears. This one's still alive. Get the door off. Alright, I'm on it. Don't worry, we've got you. That's a miracle. That area took a direct missile hit. Everyone else died. The driver in her car didn't make it either. She's the only one. What incredible luck. Where am I? Was that beautiful world just a dream? It feels like such a long time has passed. Right. Miss Fox. Father. First place goes Ophelia again. An almost perfect score. She doesn't even give the rest of us a chance. At this rate, I can kiss my special uni admission, please. Goodbye. Seriously, why is it always like this? So annoying. Hey, I thought you were friends with Ophelia. So why? Who'd want to be friends with that stuck-up princess? She hogs all the spotlight at school. Standing next to her just makes me a prop. I know, right? She's from a completely different world anyways. Being friends with her is just humiliating ourselves. Like I care. I don't need any friends. As long as I'm outstanding enough. I've been admitted to the Hopkins University Youth Program. Is that so? Well done. As expected of my daughter. Can we go out and celebrate? There's so many places I want to go with you. Theater, racetrack, and music parks. I'm very busy. I don't have time for childish amusements. But on the day you enroll, I'll attend your opening ceremony. Really? That's wonderful. Thank you, Father. Wow, she just literally never hung out with him. We'll arrange some media outlets for their stage interviews, then release a press draft. The headline can be The Rising Star of Gerard Group. My genius daughter getting to Hopkins University will surely attract industry attention. By the way, Orphelion, have you chosen your research direction? Of course, I want. You should go with the group's largest business division, biotechnology. After you graduate, you could join a laboratory in the Gerard Group, master the core technologies, and I'll grant greater influence within the board. I'll gain greater influence within the board, not grant. But Orphelion, you are my daughter. Don't disappoint me. Alright. I won't disappoint you, Father. Orphelion, why choose plant science? It's such a niche brand. With your performance, any popular discipline would guarantee you a brilliant future. Because plants are fascinating. And maybe it won't stay a niche field anymore, now that I'm in on it. With my brilliance, I'll surely lead the discipline to glory. Very well. Since you've decided, I'll respect your choice. When you become a world-renowned scientist one day, don't forget me as your teacher. Of course not. Watching her mentor depart, Orphelion murmurs softly to herself. Why plant science? Because I want to recreate that perfect world. Perfect green world. A utopia without radiation, without war, only peace and prosperity. If I can achieve that, I'll earn everyone's recognition. And then I'll have everything. Mr. Orphelion, you've detected electrical discharge in the embryo within culture dish E309. It means your experiment has made a breakthrough. Wonderful. That's the young mistress for you. Only a genius could conceive such an innovative experimental design and methodology. I told you long ago. As long as you follow my instructions, success is guaranteed. Just wait and see how you flourish under my leadership. Mr. Orphelion, apologies for the interruption. A Miss Chilvig says she has an appointment with you. Are you available to meet her? Chilvig? Oh, right. The scientist who read my published paper and said his perspective was novel. I'm in a good mood today. I'll graciously grant her an audience. And this is where things went downhill. How unfortunate. Chilvig, could you repeat the principle behind that experiment? You said that to realize my concept, the fusion requires... what exactly? Would this pose any danger? It's gene editing technology. I'm using the internationally certified CRISPR system, so there's no need to worry about safety. We can extract a segment from specimen plant E03-98394. Introduce a gene sequence I've edited, then graft it back. That way, it will absorb radiation normally and release energy when it blooms. Marvelous, isn't it? Chilvig smiles patiently, like a kindergarten teacher guiding a child. I understand, but... my dear young lady, what are you worrying about? If you hesitate any longer, we won't finish preparations for the Gerard Group's next quarterly financial report is released. But gene editing experiments carry high risks. If anything goes wrong, I'm worried. Worried about causing trouble for us? Or worried about your father? Relax. With that genius brains of yours, you'll surely resolve them smoothly if any problems arise. Of course I know that. But my mentor once told me that science has no stance, so often it fails the science to determine the direction it takes. This experiment concerns the future of Lviv. I just want to be cautious. What an unexpected old-fashioned sentiment, my dear Orphi. As a scientist, if you cling too tightly to principles, one day you'll be trapped by them. Chilvig, I know you've helped me a great deal and understand far more than I do. But on this point, I must insist. Alright. Then how do you propose we proceed? I want every procedure in this project to be compiled using code I designate, and every process during the experiment must be initiated with my biometric permission. If I detect any issues, the experiment can be terminated immediately. Is that unacceptable? Fine, fine. We'll do as you say. Happy? Have you been appeased? I was only trying to move the plane along more quickly out of goodwill. Definitely bad will, though. Thank you, Sylvek. By the way, now the experiment plan is finalized, we should give the project a proper name. Calling it the project all the time isn't very elegant. Name. Project Eden. How does that sound? After it succeeds, everyone will lead better lives, and I can return to that paradise. Project Eden. What a splendid name. As expected of little Orphe. There, people live carefree lives. All are wise, flawless, and beautiful. Chilvig's voice grows softer and softer, her last words barely above a whisper. Until someone rises and plucks the forbidden fruit from that tree. I cut down the scattered elids along the way and bring Ophelia into the depths of Chilvig's laboratory. All of the 404 members who came to support her lie collapsed before the control terminal, their eyes dim and lifeless. Hey, wake up. Wake up! No one responds. Ophelia stands there helplessly, wanting to help, but it's obvious she knows nothing about doll tech. From the looks of it, they must have crashed from a data stream overload. What should I do? Have you been here before? No, I've only been here at other labs. The equipment there was simple, much smaller in scale too. But looking closely, these devices are indeed very similar. In fact, the layout here is almost an enlarged version of that one. There's no mistake. All the equipment is connected to the botanical culture dishes Osho there. The bioelectricity generated inside these dishes is supplying energy to Helena. In fact, this was my original experiment. Can you sever the connection between these plants and the equipment? From what I was said back then, cutting them off should be enough to stop the experiment. Ophelia doesn't answer. As if she has noticed something, she inspects the ports for a moment, then runs deeper into the laboratory. I hurry after her. The inner depths of the lab feel a completely different space from what we just saw. Plants and vines enclose the area in deliberate patterns. Countless strange and vividly colored species. I've never seen it before wrap around the entire chamber as though obeying some unseen law. At this moment, their leaves sway rhythmically like a heartbeat, as if responding to an invisible command. A massive experimental platform is crowned with instruments and culture vessels. From each device extends a tube, all leading towards some glowing object deeper within the lab. I follow the direction of the tubes with my eyes, but the light here is dim, and the thick coils of vines make it impossible to see what their objective truly is. Data scrolls continuously across the wall-mounted displays, like the readout of some monitoring apparatus. As Ophelia studies the lines of code like text, her face suddenly drains of color. No. That's impossible. Why? Chilvig, why would you do this? Is entering Nirvana really worth it? What's happened? Ophelia doesn't answer. She pushes aside the massive vines and runs towards the glowing point. We stop inside a room woven entirely from vines. At its center stands a biological containment tank. Suspended within its translucent solution floats something the size of a fist. A living brain. It releases faint blue currents of electricity, slowly, as though transmitting data into the instrument connected to it. An indescribable sense of nausea overcomes me. Its surface is not the gray-white of human tissues, but a sickly blue-green, as though moss grows from it. The moss-like growth embeds itself between the folds, parasitizing the brain in some unnatural way. The brain seems to rise slowly in the liquid, but when it focuses on it, it appears motionless. Chilvig turned her own brain in the laboratory's data processing center? So that Nida's body is nothing more than her shell? This brain is her true form? No wonder she could never be killed. None of the Nidos I've encountered before, no matter how strong, were like Chilveg. Nidos. Yes, someone like Chilveg isn't unique. Or rather, there are many like her in this world. They sell their souls in exchange for immortality, and will willingly fall into corruption. But I think if we destroy the brain inside the tank, we can kill her for good. I draw my pistol and aim at the tank. I empty the entire magazine in the glass container. The tank doesn't shatter. It doesn't even crack. Damn it. The tank, it's glowing. A violent agony strikes at my stiff, piercing my soul. The brilliant light radiating from the brain seems to burn through my skin. The glare blinds me. I try to lift my hand, but my body no longer obeys. Are you okay? Run. Get out of here. Seeing my pain, Ophelia grabs my arm, other arm tightly. There's nothing you can do. Just go. You saved my life. I don't intend to owe anyone. If I'm a genius, I'll find a way to save you. With great difficulty, Ophelia steps in front of me. The light inflicts the same unbearable pain upon her. Step by step, she walks into the radius. Behind her, my pain lessens slightly, but a voice seems to echo in my mind. You must not come this way. You still have things you must accomplish. Breathing becomes harder. My vision blurs. Something contracts steadily, dragging my conscious somewhere unknown. In my final awareness, I see Ophelia swallowed entirely by the light, vanishing into the void. That pain fades, and so does my consciousness. Oh boy. Alright. I need to take a break because my throat's starting to hurt. I've been talking too much, non-stop. I will finish this tomorrow or Friday at the latest. I work Tuesday, Wednesday, say Thursday, but Tuesday I only work in the afternoon, so I might finish this in the morning. There will be a part 3. A part 3 reading of Corposant. Have a good evening or day. I don't really live in the US. Where I live, it is blue skies and 70 degrees, but I think part of the East Coast got hit by, no, part of the Northwest Coast got hit by heavy rains over like Washington. Let's see, I'll be back either tomorrow before I go to work. Otherwise, Friday. I do like the music they have in this game. A lot of it's really, really good. These creepy ass hands coming out of the ground. Makes more sense. I was wondering when those showed up. And that was kind of wild. Alright, goodbye for now.